I'm Haley Hepworth, and how did I get on this show?
And I'm Sean McClellan, and I finally have more than one segment on this show.
I'm Hannah Broxmeyer, and I got this week's Around Campus.
Somebody new has your weather.
I'm Matt Mano with the very busy week in Mepham Sports.
Good morning, Mepham. Today is day 2. Please rise for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
St. Baldricks is coming up next week on May 27th at the auditorium. The event will be held virtually and in person. To donate, visit the St. Baldricks website for more information.
Speaking of big Mepham events, Prom is coming up, which means prom tickets are being sold and are still available until today, May 21st. Tickets are $85 sold in the East Cafeteria, or you can see Mrs. Nigro in room 116 for more details.
On Wednesday in AP Gov, United States Representative Kathleen Rice talked to the class. Kathleen Rice is an American attorney, prosecutor, and the United States Representative for New York's 4th Congressional District.
Tonight is the first live Skull and Bones drama production in over a year. Today, Hannah Broxmeyer sat down with drama club member Tyler Weinstein to tell us more about the show.
Hey Pirates, I'm Hannah Broxmeyer, and welcome to this week's very theatrical Around Campus. Today, I'm sitting down with Skull and Bones Club President, Tyler Weinstein. So welcome, Tyler.
Thanks for having me.
Anytime. So, what are your responsibilities as the Skull and Bones President?
The responsibilities as Skull and Bones President is to represent the students of the club. Essentially, I am the student leader, if you want to get technical, one tier below club advisor. And that comes with a lot of tasks and responsibilities. First being having regular board meetings and setting up meetings for the club with my fellow board members. There's 6 other members on the thespian board, and so we have, typically in a normal setting, we would have a few meetings a month. Also, collaboratively, we would direct A Night on Broadway, our season opener for the school year, but unfortunately, we couldn't have a large-scale production this year because of COVID, so we were thankful enough to have BMB actually film and make that for us, and you can actually check that out on the BMB YouTube channel.
So what challenges has the club had to overcome due to the production?
Well, to overcome the challenges that we had to practice and practice and practice, and on our own. We would rehearse regularly in school and then go home and listen to the music and nail down the choreography and the vocals and the lyrics and really acting. I think that's the hardest part, is really figuring out who you are as an actor on stage and your purpose as an actor. And I think it was challenging for everyone, but with more rehearsal and more work, we're all set in making the show as great as possible.
So how can people see this amazing show?
So we're actually having a live audience this Friday and Saturday, but it's a limited crowd and it's a select audience, 2 tickets per performer per night. But we are streaming it next Friday, May 28th, live for $5. The link is provided on the poster that's been flying around social media, so please check that out. And that's how you can watch the show. You can stream it live.
I'm definitely going to go and stream that. So, I'm going to get tickets right after this. Do you have any last words for the viewers?
Yes, please, 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 please stream this show. You are not going to regret it. I'm telling you, we have worked so hard and we have overcome a lot of obstacles in this club, more so than I can even explain. Please come check us out. We would be so happy if we had a large group of streamers to really support this club, because we love giving back to the community and we want to give it back to the community as much as possible despite COVID. And yeah, that's what I have to say.
Remember, listen to Tyler and go stream that show. So thank you so much for joining us today, Tyler. We really appreciate your time and cannot wait to see you live on stage. Be sure to see the rest of this interview on the BMB YouTube page and Tyler and his crew members on the big stage. Now back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Hannah, and thank you, Tyler. Break a leg tonight. Now, let's go over to Matt Mano with your week in Mepham sports.
been a busy week in Mepham sports. The Pirates have played 16 games so far this week, and yesterday was no different. The softball team traveled to Massapequa, girls Lax met Jericho in a heated contest that saw both offenses come off firing early, and the boys track team traveled to Great Neck South for their final regular season meet, in which not only did I finally run, but at a pretty high level, if I do say so myself. And in a game seen on BMB live, baseball was in action against Great Neck South. The Pirates finished their busy week with 3 games today and 2 games tomorrow, including a softball game against Cary, in which our cameras will be at. For us, the playoffs are only approaching, but nationally, the playoffs are in full swing. The Islanders are in the middle of a heated series against Pittsburgh, and the Knicks and the Nets will start playing their first-round games this weekend. And finally, Corey Kluber threw a no-hitter Wednesday for the Yankees, and the Mets are trotting out their AAA team. They have a lot of injuries. That's all for me. Let's go Mets. I'm Matt Mano. Now back to Q in the studio.
Thanks, Matt. Now let's send it over to Q. You know what? I'm not going to bother trying it. Haley, you go.
Fine. I'll give it a try. Now sending it over to Cumulonimbus Charles.
But I've never gotten that.
Hey folks, whether you like it or not, you read that right. Allow me to reintroduce myself. I am Cyclone Chuck. And my job is to expose the dark underbelly of big weather. Let's whip and nay-nay right into my findings. Day 1, Friday. Just look at Friday. The middle of the road. The epitome of mediocrity. The spitting image of average. That's exactly what they're trying to make us think. If you take a closer look, without fudging the numbers, of course, when you add the daily low temperature to the daily high temperature, you get 128. 128 is the number of fluid ounces in a gallon. Big weather measures rain in gallons. Coincidence? I think not. Day 2, Saturday. I bet after looking at Friday, all of yous would presume that Saturday is even more sus. In the words of Cumulonimbus Charles, Saturdays have consistently been a usual suspect. From there, it seems as though the stars aligned for Saturday to be big weather's next big trick. Surprisingly, it turns out to be another type of trick. They made Saturday stick out like a sore thumb to make the weather gurus analyze it, when in fact, there's nothing more to analyze. That's exactly where Sunday comes into play. Day 3, Sunday. Sunday is partly cloudy. Enough said. I hope this presentation has completely altered your worldview. More attention needs to be diverted towards the travesties of big weather. Please, if you have the time for the occasional glimpse, take a peek at the weather. And you know what they say. When you see something, say something. For BMB, I'm Cyclone Chuck, signing off.
Thanks, Charles. Now for today's quote of the day. Failure is the opportunity to begin again more intelligently.
These have been the BMB morning announcements for Friday, May 21st.
Have a great day, Mepham. You're trying this.